Hi guys, I wasn't prepared to film today, so you know, this get-up is a little bit more au naturel than normal when I film videos, especially for this channel, but I thought I would film my empties because I'm not sure whether or not I'm going to get time to film tomorrow because we're going away at midday for about a week, and I wanted to make sure that I have a video going up for you this week. So we will see how many go up. I have no idea, but as you know, I've had a bit of an internet connection problem and hopefully that is fixed now. I haven't tried to upload anything as yet, so fingers crossed everything will go back to normal from next month. But today I'm going to show you what I've used up this month. Just a few products, not tons and tons, so it should be a quick video, but I will just kind of dig in. The first thing is the Garnier Body Intensive 7 Days, which I love, and this is the cocoa butter version. I stopped using this for a while because I had so many other ones to use, and then recently I felt like I was getting really itchy all the time. I have these phases where I'm just so itchy. I'm just itching my legs constantly and my arms and everything is so itchy, and I don't feel dry. My skin isn't particularly dry, but that's the only thing I can attribute it to. And this always helps. Whenever that happens, I always go back to this. I've always got a few bottles in my stocks, and I use this one this month. One of my favourite scents, but I think my favourite is the shea butter. I have a hair thing. It's not technically mine, but I do use it, and it's the Garnier Fructis Matte Gum. People ask me, and they actually asked me on, I think my last video, I had a couple of questions. When I put my hair up and I kind of slick it all back, it might have been my video before last, and I slick it all back, they asked how I kind of tame any bits that might be fluffy at the front, and if I need to, sometimes I don't, because let's face it, I put my hair up when it's a little bit oilier than I'd like it to be, and I can't wear it down. So sometimes, you know, that helps in itself, the natural oils. But when I need to, if my hair was really, really fluffy, I would use this. And I just use the tiniest amount, and because it's matte, it doesn't look like gel or anything, and I just kind of smooth it over my hair, and it really, really helps. And you can also use it if you've got slightly shorter hair, to put a bit of texture into it. If you've got longer hair, it works as well. But Lee actually uses this on his hair all the time, and I really like it as well, so I thought it was worth mentioning. Ultra Bland, I can't talk today, Ultra Bland Cleanser from Lush. I really like this. It's a basic cleanser. I'm not sure whether or not I'm going to repurchase it, because although I really liked using it, there are other ones that are very, very basic, bland cleansers that I've used that are a lot cheaper. For example, the ones from Superdrug. I'm currently using the vitamin E one, but I've been told there's one from the brightening range that doesn't smell like sun cream, so I'm going to be trying that one next. The one I've got is kind of a peachy colour, and the brightening one is apparently green, so I'm going to try that one, and apparently that's the most likely the Liz Earle. But yeah, I'm not going to repurchase that because I have this one on the go. It's quite a big tube. But you know, I might repurchase this one in the future. It didn't break me out. It was very good at removing everything. It wasn't really like wow, but it was really nice. The next one is really nice, and I will repurchase this again at some point, but like I say, I have some others to use up first, and that's the MOA or MOA Green Balm. I've mentioned this one before when I did my cleansers video. I mentioned this one and I said I really liked it. I still really, really do. It's the only one that I've ever used and had an instant wow, I love this kind of feeling about it. So I would definitely recommend this one. The only thing is I think it's quite pricey. I think for this, which is 50ml, it was £8, which was pretty expensive. I think that's expensive. I don't know about you guys. And I know, you know, I'm happy to spend money on certain items, and on other items I expect them to be better value for money. And this, I really like it, and I'll definitely buy it again, but I wish it was cheaper. Again, the Superdrug one is like £4.99 for, I want to say 200ml, so if you can get on with that one, it's definitely the cheapest one that I like. Women, why did I say women? It does say women, but Sure. Women Sure sounds weird. I used another one of the compressed Sure deodorants. I like these. I like the fact that they are compressed because you can put them in your handbag, but how often I put a deodorant in my handbag? Not often. So I'm not, you know, if you're all eco-friendly and everything, you might love these, but it's kind of just a gimmick that it's in a small can for me. I really, really love my Right Guard unscented, the one that's got the purple on it. Love that. I have that again at the moment. I will repurchase that as often as I can. Every time I see it, I will buy it, but I hardly ever see it. I can't remember where we were recently, somewhere that we don't normally shop. Superdrug. I'm more a Boots girl than a Superdrug girl, but I go there occasionally to check out MUA and Sleek and some other stuff, and I know Sleek is coming to Boots as well, but it's not in my Boots at the moment. So I'll go back and kind of check the things that they got, like Look Beauty and Accessorise, and I saw my deodorant. So that's my favourite, the Right Guard Unscented. This I didn't like the smell of at all, but the whole compressed thing, I do think they last quite a long time. I don't think that they're kind of this amount of deodorant. I do think that they are compressed, and it's a nice idea if you do carry around a deodorant in your handbag. It's going to last you longer than a mini one. The Avon Naturals Kids body lotion. Now I was sent this because I did some work with Avon. You may or may not know, I do blog for Avon occasionally. I've done it like on 4 occasions. I've done a considerable amount of posts over the time. I've probably done, I don't know, 20. And then videos on top of that. So you can check that out on Avon's blog. If I remember, I'll link it below, but you'll see me pop up every now and then. And they sent me this to review for one of their posts, and I really like it. I've used it on myself and I've used it on Milo. As you may know from previous videos, I do struggle to sleep, and at the moment, because Milo's getting up so early in the morning, I'm kind of surviving on energy drinks all day, and then I'm really struggling to sleep at night. And I know it's a vicious cycle, and I'm kind of thinking this is just going to get me through this phase of when he's not sleeping very well, and then I'm going to just kick the habit of the energy drinks. But right now, I will do anything to help me sleep, and so I'm using the aromatherapy oils, I'm using all kinds of things, and this really helped. It's the Goodnight Lavender Body Lotion, so would recommend that. I think it worked okay on Milo. He was kind of going to sleep and staying asleep for a little bit longer. It's not magic, but if you struggle to go to sleep, anything that kind of helps you drift off is good, and I liked that one. Talking of aromatherapy oils, I have 2 in here that I used, and these are mini ones. The Balm Balance Bath and Shower Oil, which smells a lot like lavender. It's okay, I wouldn't purchase it. I got that in a beauty box. And the other one is the Aromatherapy Associates Destress Muscle. And I used this because I went back to the gym recently. And oh my god! It was like the worst. It hurt whilst I was still at the gym because I hadn't been in so long. My legs were hurting like within 15 minutes, and I thought that's not good. And then the next day I stood up and basically immediately fell over because my legs didn't work, and they still hurt like days later. All of my back was crippled. I clearly did something wrong because your back should not hurt, unless of course it was just muscles that I hadn't used in a long time, but my back was so bad. So I used this, and I can't tell you that it did anything for my muscles. The hot bath probably did more than the aromatherapy oil did for my muscles, but the aromatherapy associates in general I really like. Very effective. I would definitely be interested in trying, like, you know, non-branded aromatherapy stuff in the future because it's very expensive from them, and I'm kind of putting all of this into it and saying, wow, they're completely amazing, it's totally worth this £40 for this bottle of oil, but I've never tried anything cheaper, so I want to try some cheaper versions to tell you whether or not they're actually worth it compared to other things. If you've got any recommendations of any kind of lower cost aromatherapy oils, I would love to hear them, but I do love those. And the last one is another Lush product, and it is the Hair Doctor Hair and Scalp Mask. Really liked this one as well. I'm actually going to use up, hopefully, the remainder of the mask that I have in the fridge at the moment, which I can't remember what it's called. Is it the lettuce one? It might be Love Lettuce, I can't remember. But this I really liked. I mentioned this in my Pamper Me, or whatever I called it, kind of unwind or relax with me video. Relax with me, I think it was called. And I used this, and it's tingly, it's really strange. I use it all over my hair, but normally, because I think to properly use it all over my hair I'd probably have to use the entire tub, and my hair isn't long, as you can see. It's also not done today, so yeah. But it made it really shiny. It also helps dandruff on me because it is a scalp mask, and I kind of put it right into my roots and really tried to rub it into my scalp, and it tingled and I felt like it was doing something, and I really do think that it did. My hair looked better the next day, so I would repurchase this. I just wish that it kind of spread a little bit better because it does feel more clay and scalp masky than hair mask because it doesn't really go into your ends very well. So again, any recommendations for hair mask from Lush, I'm all ears because I would really like to try some more. So that is it for my empties for this month. A little bit longer than I thought. I obviously rambled about some things a little bit longer than I should have. But like I say, not sure how many videos will go up this week. Been a bit of a mess recently. Apologies for that, but I will have a favourites going up when I come back, and I will see you guys then, if not in the meantime. Bye!